Is Battlefield back? Well, we'll find out for sure when the latest entry launches on October 10th, but in the meantime, here's everything you need to know about Battlefield 6. Okay, so 2021's Battlefield 2042 didn't exactly set the world on fire, which is a wrong that Battlefield Studios are aiming to right with Battlefield 6. Starting off with bringing back classes. The 4 classes are Assault, Engineer, Support, and Recon, and they have class-specific gadgets that make each role feel unique. Assault has enhanced mobility and can bring an extra primary weapon into the fight. Engineers can fix up vehicles and take down enemy ones with rockets and mines. Recon is for players who prefer to pick enemies off from a distance, and Support is responsible for patching up and restocking the team to keep them in the fight. Each class has 2 training paths, which let you settle into a more specific version of the role. For example, Assault has the Frontliner, which is all about speed and stims, and also the Breacher, which focuses on blowing holes in walls and clearing rooms. Battlefield 6 is making some changes to player movement, and it's packaging up these changes in what the developers are calling the kinesthetic combat system. I'm never saying that term again, but the system gives the player a wider range of movement, has adjusted animations for things like recoil, and provides more contextual interactions like mounting cover or leaning around it. Dives and slides are also on the table, but the developers have gotten rid of the tack sprint and reintroduced sprinting while crouched, as well as a kind of combat roll when jumping from an elevated point. You can now drag downed teammates out of the action in order to res them, and as someone who plays a lot of support, I can tell you that that is very, very fun to do. The game will launch with 9 maps, including Empire State and Manhattan Bridge in New York, New Sobek City and Siege of Cairo in Egypt, Tajikistan's Liberation Peak, and Gibraltar's Saints Quarter and Iberian Offensive. Mirak Valley is going to be the biggest map in the game, at least at launch, and fans of Battlefield 3 will recognize Operation Firestorm, which has been remade for 6. Some maps like Empire State and Saints Quarter are infantry only, but the bigger maps like Liberation Peak and New Sobek City have the space to allow for some vehicle chaos too. It wouldn't be a Battlefield game if buildings weren't getting ripped apart by all kinds of explosions. Destruction in Battlefield 6 seems to have moved away from the grandstanding levolution that once defined the series, and instead settled on granular but very detailed destruction. The map at the end of the match will look remarkably different from how it did at the beginning, as buildings can and will be leveled. Just make sure you're not inside them when they come crumbling down. When it comes to modes, Battlefield 6 will have a mix of classic large-scale and more intimate ones. Large-scale modes include Conquest, Rush, and Breakthrough. Smaller modes include King of the Hill, Squad Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Domination, and new mode Escalation. Breakthrough and Conquest can be played closed, meaning that every player is locked to the weapon of their chosen class. So for example, if you choose the Assault class, you can only use an assault rifle, as that's the signature weapon for that class. If you go with the Engineer class, you're locked into SMGs, Support is locked to LMGs, and Recon is locked to snipers. Battlefield 6 is bringing back Battle Royale. The devs said this is Battlefield's twist on the classic formula, so you can expect to find all of the core principles of Battlefield taking place within this mode. Gadgets, explosives, destructible environments, and vehicles can all be used to secure the win. The developers also said that the Battle Royale will have the deadliest ring in the entire Battle Royale genre. If you even touch it, you're dead. Battlefield's class system will carry forward to Battle Royale, so you can pick a class and assemble a team however you see fit, but beware. Once a match begins, you cannot change your class. Each class also has a training element as well, and as you level up your training, you'll get new traits that enhance a given class. There'll be 5 tiers of weapons to loot, as well as attachments, throwables, gadgets, strike packages, armor, upgrade kits, and custom drops of favorited weapons. In standard Battle Royale fare, you can unlock extra rewards by completing missions. Portal makes a return from 2042. It's a mode that allows you to create your own custom game modes, and according to Battlefield Studios, the team put a lot into the mode for Battlefield 6. You can now create entire maps as well as modes, and you can even get XP from playing them. Server browser for multiplayer will be available through Portal, a decision which is proving contentious for those who would prefer server browser for official servers. Crossplay across PC and console will be available, but if you're on console and don't want to come up against a PC player, you can turn it off. On PC, crossplay is on by default, and you can't turn that off. Battlefield Studios has also confirmed that the game will utilize EA's Javelin anti-cheat, and if you're playing on PC, don't forget, you'll need to enable Secure Boot to run the game. This is all to crack down on cheating. For those looking to customize their characters, that will be possible, but don't expect really fanciful skins to come to Battlefield 6. While Call of Duty or Fortnite have welcomed all manner of wacky collaborations, Battlefield aims to keep it grounded, so I don't think we'll be seeing Nicki Minaj or Hank Hill running around Liberation Peak anytime soon. Weapon customization has had a bit of a revamp. In the past, Battlefield has allowed weapon customization, but it was very rigid. You could swap between different elements like grips, sights, barrels, and a magazine. Now, there are many more factors to the weapon that can be customized, and each of these attachments eats into a budget of about 100 attachment points, allowing players to mix and match a lot more interchangeable parts, like underbarrel attachments, muzzles, and even ammo. All of this also comes complete with stats, which can now be viewed in-game rather than assumed from playtests. And should you want to try out your newly assembled weapons in Battlefield 6, you can immediately hop into a firing range and put your loadout through its paces. Battlefield 1 and 5 had war stories, and 2042 dropped single-player altogether, so if you've missed a more traditional narrative, then 6 is here for you. The story takes place in 2027, and a private military operation called Pax Armata has risen to power, while NATO is on the ropes. You'll play as members of elite Marine Raider Unit Dagger 1-3, each one conveniently specializing in the exact classes from the game's multiplayer. This means that as you play, you can lean on them for class-specific actions and abilities like keeping you stocked or tagging targets, and can work together as a squad to get the job done. Some of the locations will be shared across single-player and multiplayer too, so if you want to get to grips with the game before hitting the lobbies, check out the story. You can also try initiation matches, where the game will populate bots on both sides of the battle to help get you familiarized with everything. Battlefield 6 launches on October 10th for PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. There'll be two editions, the Standard Edition and the Phantom Edition. Starting with the Standard Edition. It'll cost you $70, but if you're an EA Play subscriber, you can knock a few bucks off. This edition comes with the base game and the Tombstone Pack pre-order offer, which gives you an XP boost, the Doomsayer Soldier Patch, the Hatchet Weapon Package, Bandolier Weapon Charm, and Express Delivery Weapon Sticker, the Fallen Heroes Player Card, and the Gravedigger Soldier Skin. The $100 Phantom Edition will include all of the above, plus a Battlefield Pro token, which includes the game's Battle Pass. There are 25 tier skips, exclusive rewards, and more in there too. The Phantom Edition also includes 4 Phantom Squad soldier skins, the Shrouded and Drop Shadow weapon packages, Glimmer weapon skin for the melee knife, the Chimera vehicle skin, the Death's Head weapon sticker, Cryptic weapon charm, Operative dog tag, and the Phantom XP boost set. We don't have long to wait at all until we can definitively say if Battlefield is back or not, but stay tuned to GameSpot to find out the answer when we release our review. We've got gameplay footage of multiplayer and now single player up on the channel, so go check it out. Thanks for watching, and for more on Battlefield 6, make sure to subscribe.
Swapping kid.